All right, so once again, welcome to the 2021 CPPGDC Halloween Horror Jam. What is the Halloween Horror Jam? So, this is hosted by the Cal Poly Pomona Game Development Club, and we host it every Halloween season. A game jam is an event where game developers get together to develop a game following a certain theme and some time constraints. In this game jam, you guys have about 48 hours to develop a playable horror game. So, specifically, we're looking for a horror game. The game jam starts today, October 29th at 3 p.m., and it's going to end on October 31st at 3 p.m. So jammers, any participants can form teams, or you guys are also allowed to work solo if you would like. Just make sure if you guys are forming teams that you declare your teams to any of our moderators. We do have channels provided for the teams, but if you are deciding to just use a different server or use a different method of collaborating, just still make sure that you let a moderator know that you guys are in a team together. All right, so before we begin, there are a couple of steps that you guys need to make sure you follow. Again, the very first one is the registration form. That's going to be the Google form that was sent in several announcements. It's also listed on the itch.io page. So make sure everyone, all participants for the game jam needs to register with that Google form. Also make sure that when you fill out that Google form, the most important part there is going to be your personal email. In any case that you do win the game jam, we will be sending the prizes through that email. So make sure that all of that information is correct. For the itch.io page, make sure if you are a team captain, so if you're the leader of your team or you're the one responsible for submitting the team's game, or if you're a solo game jammer, make sure you register yourself on the game jam's itch.io page. I forgot to mention for the registration part, registration deadline is actually tonight at 11:59 p.m. So if you still have other people who are interested in joining, or if there are if other people are still interested in joining a little later after 3 p.m., then they still are free to join until 11:59 tonight. For the itch.io page, there is really no deadline, as just make sure that you register. That way you can go ahead and submit your games to the itch.io page. Finally, make sure you guys read the rules for the game jam, and also, as I mentioned earlier, make sure you let a moderator know if you guys are in a team or if you need to add somebody to your team. Yeah, so Isabella over in the Zoom chat was able to send out the form for that registration. Thank you, Isabella. All right, so the jam schedule. Our jam is going to be really simple. So you guys may start developing starting right now, actually, on 3 p.m. at October 29th. Like I mentioned, the deadline to register is October 29th at 11:59 p.m. You guys have until October 31st at 3 p.m. to turn in their game to the itch.io page. So no games will be accepted after this time, and there's absolutely no exception. So make sure you guys submit your games on time. So at 3 p.m., the teams need to also select one representative to do a demo of their game. So we're going to do live demos for each game beginning October 31st at 3 p.m. So when those games are due. So we're going to hop on to a Zoom meeting just like this, and you guys will just be presenting a little bit of your gameplay. It doesn't have to be the whole game, just a little bit. Give us a short summary of your game as well as the title of your game. All right, so there is a judging period. So during this judging period, the judges will be reviewing each game submission and scoring them based on different categories. So the judging period is going to be from October 31st, or just whenever the games are submitted, all the way to November 4th. Now, the reason why we have a longer judging period is because our judges for this game jam are going to be some professors that we have here at Cal Poly Pomona specifically. They're going to be the professors on campus that specifically teach game development. So they're going to have a lot of really good insight for your guys' games. So the winners will be announced on November 5th, and each team will receive a score sheet for their games. That way you guys can read any comments that the judges have left for you. All right, so I'm sure this is what everyone's excited for the winners and the prizes. So the winners will be the top 3 teams with the highest overall scores based on the judging sheets. So first place is going to win a $45 Visa e-gift card for each team member. Second place is going to win a $30 Visa e-gift card for each team member. And third place is going to win a $15 Visa e-gift card for each member. Now, it's going to be 15. All right. So some more info about the Visa e-gift cards. So the e-gift cards can be used in most online stores that accept Visa gift cards, or they can be added to your virtual wallet. So let's say if you use Apple Pay, Samsung Pay, and or Google Play, that way you could use it in store. So this is a very safe, COVID compliant way for us to make sure we get those cash prizes out to you guys. All right, so we're actually going to be showing you guys some of the judging categories so that you guys have an idea of what to look out for when you guys are making your games. So we have 4 categories. The first one is playability. So that's talking about how playable or how stable is your game. We understand that in 48 hours, you might not be able to knock out all of the bugs in your game, but as long as it's still playable, it's nothing game breaking or anything that would hinder upon the gameplay experience, then that should be fine with us. Adherence to the theme. So other than being a horror game, there is actually a specific theme that I will be announcing at the very end of this kickoff meeting. So how closely do you guys follow this theme? So it doesn't have to be specifically like you include this theme in your game. It could be through a mechanic. You could have it physically in the game. We'll just, you'll get more ideas when we officially announce the theme. Our third category is going to be how unique is the overall game's idea. We want you guys to explore different mechanics and different art aesthetics in your game. Just be as creative as you can be. And finally, how scary is this game? So that's the fear factor. Like I mentioned earlier, this is a horror game jam, so you guys will be creating horror games. So for the scary factor, it doesn't have to just be jump scares. It could also just be about the atmosphere or how creepy is the game. That's also going to be a determining factor to the fear factor of your game. All right, and to wrap this up, again, this is going to be a super quick meeting so that you guys can jump straight into doing your game jam game. We're going to be talking about the game jam theme. So I actually had several themes listed that I couldn't really decide on, but I used like a spin the wheel website and I was finally able to choose on one theme, and I hope you guys will be able to find creative ways to utilize this theme in your game. So the theme is gift. That's right. The theme is gift. I think this is really fitting because actually the day that the games are due on October 31st, not only is that Halloween, that's also actually my birthday. So consider this a gift, which is why I think the theme fits really well. So again, you could add this as a mechanic in your game that could be integral to your story, or it could be physically in your game somewhere. As long as your game somehow ties into the theme of gift, then you'll be able to get points for that adherence to theme section. All right, you guys, that's going to be the end of the kickoff meeting. Again, super quick so that you guys can go ahead and get started on coding. Thank you guys and good luck. If you guys have any other questions, I'll be sitting here for a little bit, so just let me know if you guys need anything. Other than that, good luck and hope you guys have fun.